like in elimination reactions, there will be removal of small neutral molecules like water, ammonia, methanol, ethanol, acetic acid, etc. Let us assume you have taken an alcohol. From that, if you remove water molecule H2O, you will get an alkene. So this is called a dehydration reaction. But you remove the water molecule, the whole H2O molecule, you will not remove from the single carbon atom. You will remove H plus ion from one carbon atom and OH minus ion from other carbon atom, from the adjacent other carbon atom, so that there will be formation of a double bond. So such type of reactions are called elimination reactions. There will be removal of both nucleophile and electrophile. So coming to the types of elimination reactions, alpha elimination reactions or 1-1 elimination reaction. 1-1 indicate that both electrophile and nucleophile are removed from the same carbon atom. So from this carbon atom, nucleophile is removed and also electrophile is removed, so that the bonded pair of electrons are coming onto this carbon only, and it leads to the formation of carbene. And coming to beta elimination or alpha beta elimination or 1-2 elimination, in this from the alpha carbon nucleophile is removed and from the beta carbon electrophile will be removed, so that the bonded pair of electrons will be forming the pi bond here. So that results in the formation of alkene product. And by gamma elimination, you will remove nucleophile from alpha carbon and electrophile from gamma carbon. That leads to the formation of a covalent bond between alpha and gamma carbon atoms. That results in formation of a ring compound. So this is about gamma elimination. So by alpha elimination, carbene; beta elimination, alkene; gamma elimination, 3-membered cyclopropane. And by like this continuation, you can have the other reactions also, like alpha, beta, gamma, omega, delta, like different types of reactions you can have, which leads to the formation of 4-membered, 5-membered rings like that. Okay, but most common is the one beta elimination reaction which we are going to discuss in this chapter. Before going into the types of elimination reactions, we need to know what are Sedgwick's and Hofmann's alkane. See, during elimination reactions, an unsaturated compound will be formed, and that might be an alkene or alkyne. And this alkene, if two or more alkene products are possible, then more substituted alkene will be formed as major product. More substituted alkene. What does it mean? More substituted alkene means the alkene with a more number of alkyl groups around it. More number of alkyl groups around it will be generally formed as a major product. Such a product is called Sedgwick's alkane or Jetsev's alkane. And if in any of the reaction less substituted alkene is formed as the major product, it is called Hofmann's alkane. When Sedgwick's alkene is formed as major product, Hofmann alkene will be formed as minor product. And when Hofmann alkene is formed as major product, Sedgwick's alkene will be formed as minor product. Okay, na? And which one to be formed as major product depends upon what condition, what reagent you are providing during the reaction. In general, Sedgwick's alkene formation will happen. Now, taking the example here, if you remove a leaving group from here, from this carbon, from the alpha carbon, from the beta carbon, if you remove H plus ion, you will get a double bond here. That makes Hofmann's alkane. And if you remove leaving group from here and hydrogen from here, that leads to formation of the double bond here. So this is a more substituted alkene. More number of alkyl groups are there around the carbon-carbon double bond. That is what is called as Sedgwick's alkane. Okay. Now coming to unimolecular elimination reactions. In unimolecular elimination reactions, general reaction, you will remove Lg from alpha carbon and H plus from beta carbon, so that there will be double bond formation like this. And going to the mechanism here, first leaving group will be removed off during the RDS step and it forms the carbocation, and adjacent to the carbocation, H plus ion will be removed by the base. The weak base you are taking will remove the H plus ion, so that the bonded pair of electrons will form the pi bond here. That results in the formation of alkene product. It is a two-step reaction, RDS and fast step. As carbocation intermediate is formed, rearrangement of carbocation is possible. So first you have to rearrange the carbocation to the best possibility, and then from the final carbocation adjacent carbon you have to remove the H plus ion and form the pi bond. Okay, and rate of reaction is directly proportional to concentration of reactant molecule, and it is independent of concentration of the reagent base, the weak base you are taking, because base is not participating in the RDS step. In the RDS step alone, the reactant molecule is participating to form the carbocation. Base is participating in the fast step. Therefore, base concentration cannot influence the rate of reaction, as it is not a part of RDS step, rate determining step. Rate of reaction is directly proportional to stability of carbocation. More the stability of carbocation, lesser will be the activation energy needed. Therefore, the RDS will happen a little faster. Like suppose if it is taking during formation of primary carbocation, if it is taking 1 hour, let us assume just it is taking 1 hour. If it can form a secondary carbocation, it will take only 50 minutes. So 10 minutes is decreased. That means a slow step became little better. So that is what stability of carbocation can influence the rate of reaction. Then reactivity order of the reactant molecule or LG. Already we have discussed reactivity or rate of reaction is directly proportional to stability of carbocation. So such a reactant molecule which can form more stable carbocation will be more reactive. This is a tertiary compound, so therefore this is the most reactive. It is a secondary compound, next less reactive, and primary compound least reactive. And another point, as beta branching increases, rate of reaction also increases, because by beta branching the stability of carbocation, the possibility of more stable carbocation formation also increases. Okay na? Then a very important point, note, compounds with this type, vinyl halide, alkynide halide, then phenyl halide or halobenzene will not participate in the reaction because of partial double bond character. There will be partial double bond character here, here, here also. Therefore, these three compounds become very difficult to participate in the reaction, because it will not leave the reactant molecule. X minus will not leave the reactant molecule, and this compound is also does not participate in E1 reactions, because if X minus leaves, it forms a bridge head carbocation which is unstable. Therefore, this compound will not participate in E1 reaction, and it is a non-stereospecific reaction. Because non-stereospecific reaction, because after Lg minus is removed from down, let us say, this is a single bond, so this can have free rotation. So H plus ion can be removed from any of the direction, maybe from the opposite direction to the leaving group eliminated, or if the bond rotates, that hydrogen comes down, that it can be removed from the downside also. So we cannot say from which direction H plus ion is removed in comparison to the direction of removal of Lg minus. Therefore, we cannot decide whether we will get a cis alkene or trans alkene. But both will be formed as mixture of products if there is possibility of geometrical isomerism with a trans alkene as a major product. That is a stereoselectivity. Stereospecificity means one product to be formed, one only product to be formed in 100%. Okay. Next, it is a regioselective reaction. Already we have discussed, if double bond possibility is there to form on the left side and also on the right side, that is with a more number of alkyl substituent and with a less number of alkyl substituents, generally the alkene with more number of alkyl substituents will be formed as major product. That is, Sedgwick's alkene will be formed as major product. Then I have given some questions here to give the reactivity order. Based on the points I have discussed, you have to write the reactivity order. Then coming to particular compounds, even reactions can be shown by alcohols, ethers and alkyl halides. First example is alcohols. What is the reagent for even reactions of alcohols? By now itself, you might have guessed what are the elimination reactions of alcohols. Dehydration only na, removal of water molecule only na, and removal of water molecule is done by using some protic dehydrating agents. Protic dehydrating agents. Okay. Strong acid will be taken. Concentrated sulfuric acid plus heating, and heating is for elimination reactions, because generally elimination reactions are endothermic reactions, therefore heating is needed, compulsory. You will break two strong sigma bonds during elimination reaction and will form only one weak pi bond. So it is an endothermic reaction, therefore heating is must here. Then coming to the general reaction, there will be removal of water molecule like this and forms an alkene. And what is the use of a H plus ion here is to protonate OH group. So after protonation of OH group, it forms a protonated compound, that is a OH2 plus, and oxygen being more electronegative but carrying positive charge, much more electronegative and unstable. So it will take the bonded electrons and go out as neutral water molecule and forms a carbocation on this carbon like this. Now from the adjacent carbon, H plus ion will be removed off and shifts this sigma bonded electrons to form the pi bond. So in this manner, very simple reaction. First there is a protonation of alcohol, then removal of water to form the carbocation, and from the adjacent carbon H plus ion will be removed to form the pi bond. It is an acid catalyzed dehydration reaction. H plus or H2SO4 acts as catalyst. Acid catalyzed dehydration by concentrated sulfuric acid and acid catalyzed hydration by dilute sulfuric acid of alkenes are reversible reactions. That means alcohol on adding concentrated sulfuric acid you will get alkene. Alkene on addition of dilute sulfuric acid you will get alcohol. So these two, in which direction the reaction has to happen, that you can decide based upon the reagent provided. And HX cannot be taken in place of sulfuric acid, because after protonation and removal of water molecule, after formation of carbocation, if you take sulfuric acid, the anion present will be HSO4 minus, which will act as base and will abstract the H plus ion and forms the alkene product successfully. But if you take HX, maybe H plus ion from HX will protonate OH group and form OH2 plus, which will be removed as water molecule and you will get carbocation. That means up to formation of carbocation, no problem, even you use HX, but the X minus present will act as a good nucleophile that it start attacking the carbocation and will lead to the formation of a substitution product rather than elimination product. Therefore, you should not use HX. Got it? That is this point. Then I have given some of the example. You see, when you use concentrated sulfuric acid plus heating, there will be dehydration like this, and that results in formation of alkene. But this can show geometrical isomerism. Therefore, E plus Z, a mixture of both products will be formed as major product, because it is a set-Gibbs alkene. And if H plus ion is removed from here, you will get less substituted alkene as minor product. Then some of the examples I have given, you practice it, and I will give the answers once you write once you practice by yourself. But what point you have to remember here? First, you have to protonate the OH group, remove the water molecule, form the carbocation, and then check for the more stable carbocation. If it is possible to rearrange it into a more stable carbocation, then rearrange the carbocation, and then from the final carbocation adjacent carbon, remove the H plus ion and form the double bond. Okay na? And sometimes ring expansion also might be possible. So be careful, like in this example, ring expansion is also possible. Then these are also some more examples. And you see one point here, alcohols in presence of sulfuric acid, based upon difference in temperature, they form different products. If you maintain the temperature at 100 to 140 degrees Celsius, there will be intermolecular dehydration, and this results in formation of a ether compound. Whereas if you take 170 to 180 degrees Celsius temperature, intramolecular dehydration will happen. That means within the molecule itself, dehydration will happen, that you will get alkene as the product. Understood the point, or I have to write it here? Intermolecular dehydration means it is like this: OH plus inter means in between, so between two alcohol molecules, water molecule will be eliminated and give rise to product like this. Whereas in at 170 to 180 degrees Celsius, within the alcohol molecule itself, water molecule will be eliminated like this. And it results in the formation of alkene. That is one point we have to remember. Next, pinacol-pinacalone rearrangement. This also reaction follows the same mechanism as that of even reactions of alcohols, but the product formed is the compound, the reactant you take is vicinal diol, and the product formed is a carbonyl compound. So pinacol, a vicinal diol, this is a common name of this compound, pinacol. In presence of sulfuric acid plus heating, same reagent, have you observed, will undergo a rearrangement. Basically, this is also a dehydration reaction, because you see 4 methyl groups, here also 4 methyl groups are there, 2 carbons, here also 2 carbons are there, here 2 oxygens, 2 hydrogens are there, but here one only oxygen is there. That means one water molecule is eliminated here. So this is also basically a dehydration reaction, but it happens in a different way, that it is discussed as a special reaction, separate reaction. Now let's see the mechanism of this reaction. First, one of the OH group has to be protonated so that it forms OH2 plus, oxygen having positive charge unstable, so will go out as water molecule and forms the carbocation here, and this becomes the RDS step, because formation of intermediate in general will be the RDS step, slowest step. And then to stabilize this carbocation, an alkyl group along with the bonded electrons will shift from the adjacent carbon, which is having the OH group. So the adjacent carbon now will become the carbocation. After shifting of methyl group. Now this carbocation is bonded with OH group, and OH has lone pair electrons. These lone pair electrons can be donated and can make the carbocation electron sufficient octet in configuration and forms this species. And here also oxygen is getting positive charge, so it will lose the H plus ion by shifting the sigma bond, by taking the sigma bonded electrons onto it. In this manner, it forms a pinacalone, a carbonyl compound. Easy mechanism, pinacol-pinacalone rearrangement reaction. Basically, this is also a dehydration reaction. Then very important points what you have to observe here is, see, in this compound, it is a symmetrical vicinal diol. Therefore, any OH you can protonate. Whichever OH you protonate, that will be removed as water molecule, and its respective carbon will become the carbocation. So you have to check in case of unsymmetrical vicinal diols. Suppose if I assume there is a phenyl group here. So now it is unsymmetrical. So you have to decide which OH has to be protonated. You have to protonate and remove such OH group which will form a better carbocation, a better stable carbocation. So here this can form a better stable carbocation if this OH is removed, because it will be in a resonance with the benzene and benzene pi bonds. Therefore, that is one point you have to remember, that OH group is protonated, which on removal will form a better stable carbocation. Second point is, after the formation of carbocation, one of the group is migrating from the adjacent carbon onto it, and here both of them are methyl groups. Therefore, there is no problem or confusion here. But suppose if they are different groups, then what is the point here? Suppose one is a phenyl group and another one is a methyl group. then which group will migrate is decided based on their migratory aptitude order. That group will migrate which will donate maximum electron density to the carbocation. So phenyl has more migratory aptitude than alkyl group. Therefore, phenyl will be migrating. Understanding? So these 2 points we have to remember, very important. Departure of leaving group and migration of alkyl group happens in a single step, concerted step. We need to consider one, which OH group is protonated, the one which forms a more stable carbocation, already I have explained, and which group will migrate onto the carbocation from the adjacent carbon. That is based on the migratory aptitude order. Hydrogen, phenyl, tertiary alkyl, secondary alkyl, primary alkyl, and last is methyl. And if deuterium is there, that also will come in between. Hydrogen, deuterium, phenyl. Okay. If alkyl group is chiral, then it retains its configuration. That means whatever group is migrating in, suppose this is the carbon with hydrogen, deuterium, and methyl group is there. If this group is migrating onto the adjacent carbon, it migrates as C minus in a carbanion, tetrahedral group. So whatever the configuration is there, that configuration will not be disturbed during its migration onto the adjacent carbon. Its configuration is retained. That is a point. In case of vicinal diols, anti-group, in case of cyclic vicinal diols, anti-group, that is a opposite group to OH will migrate. The group which is opposite to OH will migrate. That examples also I have already added. I will show that examples also. And next point, if suppose both are phenyl groups, one phenyl is with methyl and one phenyl is with NO2 group. So the phenyl with CH3 will migrate onto the carbocation because electron releasing groups will increase migratory aptitude order, migratory aptitude capacity. Okay. So these are some of the examples. You have to solve it. So first you remember which OH has to be protonated. It is based on whichever one will form a better carbocation. And second, if two different groups are present, which group has to be migrated? That group will migrate which has more migratory aptitude. And if groups are similar with different subgroups, then the one with the electron releasing subgroup will be a better migrating group. Then if it is a cyclic vicinal diol, the group opposite to OH will migrate. In this case, migratory aptitude order is not applicable. Okay. So these are some of the examples you practice. Then some more examples. And this is the case you see I was telling. This is the case I was telling you see. In case of cyclic vicinal diols, suppose and you see this is a symmetrical molecule. This is a symmetrical molecule. So if it is a symmetrical molecule, whichever OH you protonate, that becomes similar. Suppose if I am protonating this OH group, what did I tell you? OH, whichever OH you are removing, the group opposite to that OH will be shifting onto this carbocation irrespective of migratory aptitude order. What is the group opposite to OH? That is hydrogen only. So hydrogen will migrate onto this one. So you see here, in this example I have protonated this OH group. Okay, anyone is similar? So this OH is protonated and removed as water molecule, and you will get a carbocation here. And now this H minus will shift onto here, and carbocation is formed here, and a lone pair will form the pi bond here like this. And then H plus ion will be removed by taking the sigma bond electrons, and you will get a product heat. And coming to this example, very interesting example, this also see. Suppose if I am protonating this OH group like this, and I am removing it as water molecule, you will get a carbocation here and a carbocation here. And carbocation, this OH group, what is the opposite group here? Tell me. Opposite to this OH, another OH is there. But will you remove the second OH also? No, na. So you will be removing that group which is almost opposite to it, that is this CH2 group, this CH2 group. So this bond will be broken and this CH2 will be migrated onto here, and this carbon will be made to come out like this. So when this is going out, I will show it here. You see, this CH2 along with the bonded electrons will shift here, so that this carbon will come out and forms a carbocation. That means a 6-membered, if you assume like you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C6 C5 bond will be broken and C5 will form a bond with a C1, so that C6 goes out, and this is a new carbocation which will be donated a lone pair by the OH group and forms a final carbonyl compound. Got it? That means here, have you observed, a 6-membered ring is contracting into a 5-membered ring. One of the rare cases where which 6-membered more stable ring is contracting to become a 5-membered ring. Okay. Then a slight modification to this reaction, semi-pinacol-pinacolone rearrangement. In this one will be OH and another one will not be the OH, some other group will be there, maybe halogen, ammonia, etc., amine, etc. Okay. Suppose if a halogen is there, what do? We take the reagent silver nitrate. Ag plus An will go and take out Cl minus and gets precipitated as AgCl and forms a carbocation like this. And onto the carbocation, as already we have discussed, the methyl group migrates onto this carbon. Then this carbon will become the carbocation, and this carbocation will be getting neutralized by OH donating its lone pair and forming the pi bond here like this. And then H plus ion will be removed and you will get the final product here. So one of the example I have given for your practice. Then another example you see, OH is there, but another group is NH2. Now NH2 will be diazotized to become a N2 plus Cl minus. And N2 is a very good leaving group, so it will leave the reactant molecule and forms the carbocation. Onto the carbocation, two groups are present. Whichever group is better, that will migrate. H is a better migratory aptitude, so that will migrate, so that this carbon will have positive charge like this. And this will be donated with a lone pair and forms a double bond here. And later on, H plus ion will be removed. One example I have given for your practice for this one also. Then elimination reactions of ethers. For elimination, E1 elimination reactions of ethers, the same reagent you will be using concentrated sulfuric acid or concentrated phosphoric acid or H plus ion plus heating. And you see the example here. You have taken an ether, unsymmetrical ether, and added the reagent. Heating is also done. You got the alkene. How this reaction happens? Same like in alcohols. Here also, the ethereal oxygen will be protonated, and oxygen now will carry the positive charge because it formed the dative bond with hydrogen in. It has donated the lone pair to H plus ion and formed the dative bond. Therefore, it develops positive charge. To neutralize this positive charge, it will take the bonded pair of electrons and goes out as methanol molecule, neutral molecule, and forms a carbocation on this carbon like this. And now this carbocation, if possible, it will try to go to rearrangement. If not, if the formed carbocation itself is the best carbocation, then from the adjacent carbon, H plus ion will be removed and forms a double bond here. If hydrogen is taken here and this is CH2, let us assume, then this sigma bond will be shifted here to form the double bond here, and this H plus ion will be removed off. That is what we have taken here. And two examples I have given for your practice. Okay. Then E1 reactions of alkyl halides. Very important point you have to observe in this reaction. E1 reactions of alkyl halides is, first thing you see, a weak base is taken, like in general reaction, starting itself I have told you, a weak base like some alcohol you will take plus heating. Heating is compulsory because it is a elimination reaction. And alkyl halide reactivity order depends upon leaving group. So X minus is the best leaving group, therefore iodide more reactive than bromide, than chloride, than fluoride. And as it is an unimolecular elimination reaction, all unimolecular reactions need polar protic solvent. Then very important point now you see here, in case of alkyl halides, SN1 reaction and E1 reaction both go parallelly, both happen simultaneously, both compete one another and form both products. But in general, SN1 product dominates over E1 product because SN1 product is thermodynamically exothermic reaction, whereas E1 is thermodynamically endothermic reaction. Therefore, SN1 is favored in comparison to E1 when both are competing. Okay, so SN1 product will be formed as major product and E1 respective product will be formed as minor product. But E1 product percentage can be slightly improved by increasing temperature, but it cannot be made beyond SN1 product. Okay, so as temperature increases, percentage of E1 product also increases. E1 reaction of alkyl halides is not a good method for the preparation of alkenes, as substitution product is formed as major product. Now let's see what is the reason for a SN1 reaction to happen, even though you thought to do E1 reaction and started, but ultimately you got finally SN1 product as major product. The reason, you see the example here. You took the alkyl halide, tertiary alkyl halide I have taken, and you added the weak base. The weak base, after the weak base addition, Cl minus will be removed. You get the carbocation, and onto the carbocation now the base whatever you have taken, weak base whatever you have taken, it will act as a better nucleophile. Rather than as a base, it will act as a better nucleophile. So straight away as a nucleophile, it will go and donate its lone pair. It will go and donate its lone pair and will result in substitution product as major product. Substitution product as major product. And the reagent, the alcohol as a base, it will go and abstract the H plus ion from the adjacent carbon, and results in the formation of pi bond and will result in minor product, alkene. Now you tell me, alcohol, will it act as a better nucleophile or better base? Obviously as a nucleophile, na? So therefore substitution product becomes major and elimination product becomes minor. And for this reaction I have given some of the examples also for your practice it, and then I will discuss the answers. Okay, so this is a part 1 of elimination reactions, unimolecular elimination reactions of alcohols, ethers and alkyl halides. Okay.